Hey you guys, welcome back. It's Ashley and my husband Kendall. So today we're going to be answering your questions as I do his skincare routine. I bought a bunch of skincare from Walgreens and he's very excited about it. The first thing I'm doing is going in with this e.l.f. cleanser. So the first question we're going to be answering is, how did we meet? That's like the #1 question we get all the time. We met in the Army. So we worked together in the Army. He's no longer in. I'm still in. That's how we met. And it was love at first sight. What did you say? No, he didn't talk to me at all. Like, I noticed him. I didn't ever talk to him, but he never like gave me the time of day. I don't even think he looked at me. So
I didn't know you were there.
Wow. So in the military, if you know anybody in the military or if you're in the military, you know this is true. But when a female is in your unit, or you know, you work with a female, the dudes are usually all over her because there's only so many females in the military. And so he wasn't like that at all. Like, he didn't even give me the time of day, didn't talk to me, didn't look at me. So I guess that made me more so want to talk to him. You know how it is. Next thing I'm doing is going in with some e.l.f. toner.
For what?
I don't really know, but we're doing it.
But you don't know what it does.
Shut up. So next question is, how old were we when we met? I was 21 and he was 25. And how long have we been together, babe? How long have we been together?
Long enough.
Been together for almost 6 years. Been married almost 5. Why do you look like that? You look so unhappy right now.
Is my eyes burn?
Next thing I'm gonna do on him is these pore strips. I have a feeling he's gonna have a whole lot of pores on his nose.
What are pores?
It's like the gunk that is on people's nose. You'll see when I strip this off. You're probably gonna have a lot because you don't wash your face ever.
You say gunk on people's noses, huh?
He just runs water on his face, and that's his version of wiping his face.
So that's all black people need. So I don't know what gunk you're talking about.
Just some water?
Yeah, black people don't get gunk.
Next question, what's your biggest pet peeve when it comes to social media? I don't know if you really have anything on this one, but for me, my biggest pet peeve would be people jumping to conclusions. That happens all the time with us. I mean, it's not even like the hate that bothers me. It's the fact that people just constantly jump to conclusions. Like, you know, if my husband has an attitude, they're like, oh, he doesn't love you, divorce him, leave him, he treats you so bad, he's probably cheating on you. I'm like, dang, you got all that from that? All right, here we go. Beautiful. So after this sits for a while, we're gonna peel it off like a band-aid, and we're gonna see how many pores he has on his nose.
How?
All right, while his nose strip sits, I'm gonna put on this sheet mask over it. This is the calming one. What is his favorite body part of yours, babe? What's your favorite body part of mine?
Your forehead.
Yeah, my forehead is pretty cute if you ask me. All right, you ready?
Dog, ain't you supposed to wring that out a little bit?
No, because all the juices are supposed to be on your face.
Yeah, you put them in my mouth.
I got some juice for your mouth. Can you answer questions like this? Because it's got to sit for a second.
All right, this shit burns. For real.
Hold on. How did you convince him to do this YouTube?
I got a question.
What?
Why does it burn?
It's supposed to.
Nah, dog.
I think the more dirty your face is, the more
dog.
it burns.
Nah, dog.
How did you convince him to do this YouTube? Just know I'll be doing something for him.
It better be worth it.
I'll make sure to lay there. What's your favorite movie?
Mine?
What you answer for me and I'll answer for you. What's my favorite movie?
Forrest Gump.
Yep, and your favorite movie is Friday After Next.
No,
next Friday. Same thing.
No,
one of the Fridays.
2 different Fridays.
Friday after next month. Is your husband actually mean to you and other people? I don't think he's mean. He's just blunt, and he doesn't sugarcoat things. I don't consider that to be mean or rude. I mean, once upon a time I did. I used to think he was rude when I first met him, but then I realized like that's just who he is. He's just blunt. He doesn't care to make people feel good. I guess I just understand him better now. He just doesn't, he's not a people pleaser, you know?
I think I'm just misunderstood.
Okay, so they want to know what your pet peeve is of me and what mine is of you. So you go first.
Not anytime.
Huh?
Anytime.
Oh, so then it must
Then
not be
you
that
go
bad
first.
then. My biggest pet peeve of him. There's just so many.
I'm so perfect.
There's so many.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to think of them.
Yeah, if it's so many.
I'm trying to put them like in a priority list.
Stop it. If there's so many, you can be able to come up with it like that.
No, there's just so many, but I'm trying to think of the worst one.
You are full of it.
I'm just trying to think of the worst one.
You are full of it.
Probably when you wake me up at 4 a.m.
Exactly. That's it. That's all you can think of. And how many times did it happen?
Let me tell you what happened this morning.
How many times does it happen though?
Let me tell them what happened this morning.
All right, go ahead.
It was 4 a.m. There I was, laying there. I rolled over, but I was still trying to sleep. Just because I rolled over doesn't mean I'm awake.
Well, I thought you were up. I was up.
All he says is cheeks, and I'm like, fine.
Well, to my defense, I thought you were up.
Does he really not like doing skincare?
Look at me.
I'm waiting for you to say it. What do you think?
Exactly. Look at me, you tell me.
You look so cute right now.
It's not skincare, it's skin sabotage.
Oh, you never answered the pet peeve about me.
I can't think of none right now.
Because I'm perfect.
Yeah.
Just perfect Patty. Okay, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Can we go back to the pet peeve one?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, my pet peeve is if I tell you something, you don't really listen. Like you just brush it off like, ah. But as soon as one of your little followers or somebody say something, then you're like, oh, then you take it into consideration. Like, dog, I just said that. I already told you that.
Wait, what? I wasn't listening.
If I tell you something like, oh, you know, like facts about something, or like you shouldn't do this because you know this.
I just want you to know how dumb you look trying to argue with that on your face. Okay, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Not doing skincare anymore?
I don't know. Yeah, hopefully not.
I see us being financially free. That's what I'm working towards now. I'm trying to start some businesses, and I want to buy a house. I want to get a nice house eventually, and debt free. I see us debt free in the next 10 years. I see success in our future. Obviously it requires hard work, and I feel like we do that. So that's where I see us, with maybe 2 more kids. What made you not want to show your kids? So I used to post my kids all the time, just like any other mom. Just falling off. And I guess I didn't realize, like, when you look at your followers, you don't realize, like, dang, 11 million people really see me or know who I am. It's just too hard to fathom that many people. But when I really sat back and thought about the fact that millions and millions of people know what my kids look like, it made me uncomfortable, because there's a lot of people with bad intentions in this world. So because my pages are all public and a lot of people see them, I just decided to keep my kids off of them, because I decided to keep my kids off of them because they don't understand social media. They don't understand that a lot of people see them. I just think it's unfair to them to expose them to that many people if they don't even understand it. I would rather, if they were teenagers and they were like, I can grasp this and I want to be on your social media, mom, I would allow that. But right now they just don't understand it, and I just don't think it's right for me to put them on for 11 million people to see them. Ooh, I forgot that was on there.
Free lash.
So this one's more for me. Have I ever experienced discrimination from being a woman in the military? Yes. A lot of it comes from social media, where they're really blunt with it, where they will dead ass type women don't belong in the military. But it also happens in real life, but it's not as blunt. For instance, me being a leader, I've had a lot of men go to my soldiers for help because they're men, instead of coming to me, even though like I'm in charge. And it's just, I don't think they realized they were doing it. It's just that men look to other men for guidance. They don't look to women. So I've noticed stuff like that. And another thing is, women are viewed as like eye candy in the military. Not to everybody, but it's very common. For instance, I was in a platoon that had a lot of women, and in the other platoon that we work with had no women at all. And we were trying to get it balanced out, where we would move some women to the other platoon, so that way it was even. And one of the guys from the other platoon said, he's like, oh good, because right now we don't have anything to look at. And that's how women are viewed in the military from a lot of men. So yes, there is definitely still discrimination towards women being in the military. People just don't view us as being tough, you know, or being leaders, being in charge. Time to take this off and see how many blackheads you have. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, there's so many.
Exactly, shut up.
There's so many.
Yeah, all right.
I don't think this one worked. I think I bought
okay.
I think I bought a cheap one.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I put it on wrong.
Yeah, no, I told you, it's just not gonna work. I'm black.
All right, maybe he does wash his face.
Absolutely nothing.
I think I put it on wrong.
No, I'm just black.
Because I see all those blackheads when I look at you.
No, you see my black skin.
They're so embedded in there that the strip wouldn't get it out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Now we're gonna go in with the Elf moisturizer. Okay, this is a question for both of us. Is having kids hard? What do you think? Is having kids hard?
No, it's not hard.
I would say you definitely have hard moments. I mean, any parent knows that.
Nah, they're annoying, if anything.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say hard.
Yeah, they definitely get annoying.
Yeah. So, hard's not the word.
So I would say having 2 parents in their life makes it a lot easier, you know? Not everybody is fortunate enough to raise their kids with a partner, because some people are just pieces of poop, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe
some people just don't work out together.
Or that's true, maybe you just didn't work out and, you know, the kids go to their fathers for the weekend or whatever the case is. But being a parent alone is hard. I was a single mom with my daughter up until she was 8 months, and that's when he came into our lives, and it made my life so much easier. And honestly, I was like I didn't realize how hard it was until I found him and I had the help. And then that's when I realized, like, okay, it really is so much easier with a partner. But at first, I was just so used to doing it on my own. Look at you enjoying this. You look so relaxed right now. Next, I'm going in with some cherry eye patches. What is your favorite thing about each other? This one's a hard one because there's not a lot. I'm just playing. I like that I think this is like the most important feeling for a woman, in my opinion, is feeling secure and safe. And that's exactly how he makes me feel. Like, I've said this before, and I know this is like really a lot of pressure to put on somebody, but I've told him this before, and I think I've said it on my social media before. I view him like a superhero, like nothing's gonna happen to me or my kids while he's near. Does that make sense? Like he would just never let anything bad happen to us. What is your problem? I'm trying to open this. Can you open this for me?
I'm trying to figure out what's taking you so long. My favorite thing about you is we don't take nothing serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we take stuff that we took, you know, supposed to take serious, but most of the time we joke about everything.
Yeah, everything's just a
big
joke.
Dog.
Life is just a big joke. How long was your husband in the military?
8 years.
Yeah, he was in for 8 years. He got out when my son was born, and he's been a stay-at-home dad ever since.
What are these in my eyes for?
To moisturize your crusty ass lower eyes.
I don't have that. What are you talking about?
Your eye bags.
I don't have eye bags, so what are you talking about?
By the way, that's another question. How old are we? I'm 27 and he's 31. And if y'all even say in the comments, I thought you were older than him, I will block you. I'm just playing, I won't block you, but it will hurt my feelers.
Tough.
What's your favorite gel? My favorite gel is, right now it's the Eco, but I do have fine, thin hair, so it doesn't take a lot of hold for my hair. I look so bright right now because this is an interracial relationship problem.
Just say it, because you're so black.
No, it's like,
okay.
The camera gets confused. It's like, I don't know who to focus on. If it focuses on him.
The black one or the white one? Black, white.
Well, at least it's not discriminating.
Blackie,
it goes
white,
back and forth. So when it focuses on him, it makes me extra bright. And then when it focuses on me, it makes you darker. But, so right now it's focused on him. Are your children biologically related to your husband? So like I said before, my daughter is not biologically his, but he's been raising her since she was 8 months. So I don't see any difference. Obviously, technically, she's not biologically his. But people constantly say, if they don't know, they'll be like, oh my God, she looks just like her dad. And they're talking about him. So I think that's funny because she didn't come from him. But people, I don't know if it's because when you see people together enough, they start to look alike. What state do you plan on living in when you get out of the military? So I get out of the
Washington.
Yeah, I get out of the Army in 2025, so we're gonna be here in Hawaii for 3 years. That was another question, is how long will we be here in Hawaii? We'll be here for 3 years. We got here about 2.5 months ago. We think we're gonna go back to Washington State. I'm from California, he's from Maryland. We have really no interest in going back to either of those places. The only way I'll go back to California is if we get like filthy rich, because California is very expensive.
I don't even want to do that.
What? Get filthy rich or go to California?
Go to California. Get rich. You don't have to go to California, you get rich.
Well, yeah, we don't have to, but I do plan to have like a career in social media, influencing, creating, whatever you want to call it.
I do not.
Yeah, I know he doesn't, but he's kind of forced
You'll
into
never
it.
see me again. Ever.
And a lot of people, when they become influencers, creators, whatever you want to call it, YouTube stars, they move to either California or Florida.
We ain't got to be like everybody else.
Yeah,
Stay in
you
Washington.
you don't have to, but there's a lot of opportunity in those two places.
Is there?
Yeah, and I'm from California. I wouldn't mind going back. Florida, I mean, they're constantly having hurricanes. They're in the middle of a hurricane right now. I don't know if I would want to go to Florida. I don't really want alligators crossing the road in front of me.
Hell no. I'm good.
Crocodiles, whatever, whichever one it is, same thing.
All the same goddamn thing.
They would eat me, okay?
Yes, sir.
What is the best and worst part about being in an interracial relationship? I feel like for me, I don't have any like negative views on this, but I feel like you do a little bit, because you think some of the stuff I do is weird.
Yeah, that's about it.
Some of the stuff I do,
It's just things black people don't do.
yeah. I think the only issues we truly would have are like the different kind of movies we watch.
Yeah.
The music, the different music. The best thing I mean, I don't notice it. I don't see us, like, obviously I know he's black and we know I'm white. We know this, it's a fact. But there's nothing I'm just like, yes, this is the best part about being with a black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think like that. We just know we love each other. And
wait, what was the question again?
like, what's the best and worst part about being in a interracial relationship?
What I think they ask is, like, you know how people always ask, like, oh, do we get looks, and do people say stuff?
Yeah.
No.
I think this one is a good question. It's different. How would you and your husband describe yourself back in high school? I'll let you go first. What kind of person were you in high school?
I don't know. I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? You always reminisce on high school.
Yeah, but I don't know how it was, like, you know?
You said you were kind of a player.
Who's not? At that
I
age.
wasn't.
At that age, who's not?
My brothers weren't.
Brothers are dweebs. Like, I mean, it's like any other high school person.
Yeah. Well, he really enjoyed high school, and he played football. Basically, he was probably like
chilling.
He's probably like your typical high school douchebag.
Probably.
For me, I was
chill.
Very shy, antisocial. But in high school, we don't think of the future and of the bigger picture. I just was thinking about like, what can I do now to be like cool and to fit in, and it
like the white people movies.
Yeah, like but I created so much pressure on myself that I just like cracked, and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I can't do this. I need to go homeschool. I can't be in school anymore. Like, I didn't know how to handle the social aspect of it. Like, I was good in work. Like, I always got A's and B's in school, but the social aspect, I didn't know how to handle it.
See, that's the culture. That's the cultural difference right there. Let my black ass would have said something like that to my mother. Yeah, Mom, I want to go homeschool. She'd have laughed in my face.
Yeah.
Show her ass to school.
Yeah, well,
ain't no going on homeschool. You see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about right there. Black people don't get that option. Oh, it's okay, baby. Just go to homeschool. Take your ass to school. Shut up.
To my defense, I did get a job when I went homeschool, so I still was gone. I would do all my schoolwork within a day and be just working the rest of the week at Burger King. But it was so easy. Like, my teacher wouldn't even look at my work, like, because once a week I had to go like bring him my work, and he would go over it, and I swear he would just be like, okay, and I know damn well a lot of that work was wrong. So, and he didn't, he just like looked at it and was like, okay, good job.
So basically what you're saying is you should be a dumbass.
Wow, your really big bags went down.
Yeah, sure. Now I'm gonna get bags because of that.
The last thing we're gonna do is this peach lip mask.
Like, I've never seen nobody do skincare and use that.
You don't watch skincare videos.
When I do see them, I don't. Do you see people use that?
You do not watch. You do not watch skincare videos.
Answer the question. Do you see people use that on this? It's just so stupid.
You look stupid. Were all your pregnancies planned? Sorry, he just looks stupid. But anyways, my daughter, no, she was not. I was 19 and I was living in Germany and I was partying and doing God knows what 19-year-olds do, especially being overseas in Germany where it's legal to drink when you're like 15 years old. And yeah, I got pregnant. So that was not planned. Obviously, I love my daughter. I wouldn't change it, but that was not planned. With my son, we did plan that. I think we tried for like 3 months and we got pregnant. What was your journey into motherhood like? So I was never somebody who wanted kids. I used to tell my mom, like, I'm never having kids, I don't want kids. But then obviously I had my daughter, she was not planned. So when I became a mother, I had no idea what it was gonna be like, because I didn't have those feelings towards kids. Like, some people are just naturally good with kids. I was never like that. Like, when kids would be around, it was cool, I thought they were cute, but I never was the type to just gravitate towards kids. I just never was that type. So I didn't know what I was gonna be like as a mother, but then I loved it. Like, I loved being a mom. I remember during my pregnancy, I was miserable. But then when I had her, I was so happy. Like, I felt like I was on cloud 9. I enjoyed it. I still enjoy being a mom. Like, it's probably one of the best things. Somebody said, what's your favorite hood snack? I don't know what a hood snack is. Me what is a hood snack?
I don't know. I don't have
one. Are you eating that?
There's my favorite hood snack right here. Shit, man. This shit feel like a condom.
You've had one in your mouth before?
I would just assume. Maybe by touching it, I would think that's how it feels on your mouth.
That's slimy.
Dog, it's not on your lips.
It's not rubber.
It's not on your lips, so you can't tell me. Now my lips burn.
But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a big fat like. Put your thumb up.
Please dislike this video.
Subscribe to the channel because we are going to be making lots more videos together.
That was not part of the deal.
I speak French now. See ya. His skin looks beautiful. Let him know in the comments how beautiful his skin looks and how well I did.
It looks the same.
No, it looks way better than it ever has.
Oh my gosh.
All the blackheads are gone.
No, you couldn't even pull none off.